Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Savannah and today we're going to be talking about some of my drugstore favorites. Yes, I felt the need because I use a lot of higher end products. Yeah, but well, let's just dive right on into this. As always, this video is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. Yeah. I'm going to give a quick little shout out to a bunch of Wet n Wild makeup brushes. A bunch of their sets are very affordable and they have their holiday bundle, so very affordable. I recommend them and go check out my brush video that's most likely already up. Okay, let's see. Let's start in order. I do not have a favorite primer or favorite foundation from the drugstore. That's just kind of how it is. Well, actually I do have a favorite, well, I kind of have a favorite primer. It's the NYX Hydra Touch primer. It is very similar to the Tarte Quench primer, but I just don't have it in my collection. I've got a bunch of other hydrating primers, so I don't really need to have that on me when I have a bunch of other ones I can use up that are just as good. So, there's that. Alright, so, concealers. Yes, I have a concealer. And it got lip gloss all over it. Thank you. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer Satin Finish in the shade Fair Rose. I am wearing that today. I love this concealer. It's like my favorite thing in the whole world for concealers. So affordable, so great. It's awesome. It's got that gigantic doe foot. It's got an off scent, but you can't really tell once you put it on your face. So, but yeah, giant doe foot. It is very high coverage. It's great. So it's comparable to the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer and the Tarte Shape Tape, but this is a lot more hydrating compared to Shape Tape. And I smacked myself in the face. Thank you. Next up, powders. It's got a bunch of foundation and concealer on it, but I've got like 3 of these. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in 05 Fair. I love this stuff. It is great for setting your face. Great for using to help blend out mistakes. Like, say if I thought my bronzer or my blush was a little heavy, I could just put a little bit on a fluffy brush and it'll help blend things out further. Very great and affordable. Another Another powder I like is the L'Oreal TrueMatch Super Blendable Powder in Warm 1. This is not the best shade match, but it's very, very sheer and doesn't leave, excuse me, a lot of color, so I can make it work usually fairly well. It's light enough, and I want to try out a different shade in this once this is gone. I've had some major pan on it, so yeah, it's great for setting the rest of my face and adding just a teensy little bit of coverage. So 3 down. Next up, so I don't have a bronzer. I don't have a blush. Sorry. Don't get mad at me. I just started getting into blushes and I haven't found that perfect bronzer yet. So, hopefully we'll get there. Alright, highlighter though. Highlighter, I got plenty of that. So we're going to start off with the Rach Loves Pixie Layers palette. Highlighting palette. It's so pretty. I especially love the lace shade that's pink. It's so pretty and blinding, and I have other stuff on my hand. Hope you can just see that reflection right there. It's pretty, it is blinding, it's got a bunch of shades, and you are meant to mix and match. It is a little more expensive than the standard solo solo highlighter, but you get 2 gigantic highlighters and 3 smaller ones, so worth it, and I just dug my finger into a color. Wow, that was really creamy, honestly. Didn't leave a big dent, so that's good. I found mine at Target. I love Rachel. They're all so cute, and her baby. Oh my goodness. I understand where she's coming from because I'm on the same page about showing kids on my channel. But, you know, it doesn't stop me from wishing. Alright, next up. I have the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in Blossom Glow. It is very fragile at this point, but it's such a beautiful icy pink. Great for those fair skin tones, because I have trouble with lots of highlighters that are a little too dark for me. You know, I'm sorry I'm being so pale. I'm sorry I am so pale. So, alright, next I have the L'Oreal TrueMatch Lumi Powder Glow Illuminator Blush and Highlight. Oh, hey, blush. Not really. I don't use it for that. I will kind of sometimes, well, not so much now, but I take my whole powder brush and I lightly tap it around like I do my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder now. But it's great. It's got a lot of fingerprints from one of the kiddos. Yeah. I had never used it, but she opened it out of the actual packaging wrapper and got into it, and that was a blast, and I like died inside. But yeah, it's a great highlight. It's blinding. It's pretty, and you can use it just all over your face for a light dusting of a glow. Alright. Last highlighter. ColourPop SuperShock Cheek and Lunch Money. I like this one. It is more of a cream, but you can add it on top of powder just fine. I've never seen any issues. You can use it finger, brush, sponge. It works. So creamy. Downside is you get everything in it. I've got a lot of cat hair in it. Just right there. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of cat hair and fuzz in it, and that's kind of really sad and scary and nerve-wracking. Excuse me, sir. Hold still. Next, I have eyeshadows. The Covergirl TrueNaked eyeshadow palettes. I have the nudes one and the roses one. I love them both. Great shadows, great pigment payoff, everything. They are especially great for beginners. They are not overly pigmented, and you don't just go, oh crap, I haven't too much on, and then panic. And yeah, great starting eyeshadows, and they're great for those who are more experienced as well. And they're very pretty. I'll give you a quick look. I used to live for those two shimmers, and even the mattes, the lighter matte. I like pink. I'm sorry. And the nudes. They have redone all the packaging on these, by the way. So I love this one too. The shimmers are they're beautiful. Honestly, they're not as some of the more high-end out there shadows like the Anastasia Beverly Hills shadows, but this one has some eyeshadow shimmers that do make that pop. This is the ColourPop Double Entendre palette, which I have done videos with this in the past for all of you. There is no mirror, which is part of how they keep their price down and stay on the more drugstore end of the spectrum. But yeah, this has 12 shades in it. My first ColourPop eyeshadow palette, and I really want to get that Smoky Glow one. I think that's what, no, not Smoky Glow. That's a YouTuber's channel, I think. Smoky. Oh my goodness, I can't remember the name. The black and white one, okay? Yeah, so this has a bunch of beautiful colors. That's got more metallic shades and shimmers, and then it's got more of the subtle ones. You've got a bunch of different mattes to blend it in with. You've got your transitions, your darker colors, you've got all you need. So that is that for the eyeshadows. Now we go on to lips. Alright, let's move these over. I've got 2 Maybelline. That's L'Oreal, and L'Oreal. Alright, we'll start with Maybelline. I love their lipsticks, honestly. They're beautiful. You get they have like 1 billion of them. Have you ever seen that at the drugstore? Just go up to Maybelline, just look at that row of lipsticks. It's intense. There's so many colors to pick from. I've got I've got 3. That's not really a bunch. But yeah, this is the one that is Cinnamon 935. And then also I love their, don't judge me, They're Superstay Matte Inks. I love these. They are a bit drying and sticky when you first apply them, but they last forever. Honestly, forever. So, I would wear the red one working at Walgreens for the Red Nose Day event, and I could put it on in the morning, go eat, and not need to put any more on all day. Sometimes I would touch up just a little bit because I felt like it, and I was bored. But I never really needed to actually add more. So that's Maybelline. Next off, the one that is leaking somehow, which has got me very upset. I think this was a seasonal special thing, and I'm sorry, but it is the Loreal Havana Mila Cabello Lip Dew. It's so beautiful. It's got that gigantic doe foot. It's beautiful. Packaging is beautiful. It's very sheer. It's not a highly pigmented gloss, but and it smells good. It's got a faint fruity / floral scent. I don't know. It's really good, but it started leaking. It's really upsetting because I'm getting gross. How dare you? That's why my other palette was sticky. Next up on L'Oreal, it is their L'Oreal, oh my goodness, what's your name? Color Riche Shine Lipsticks. This one is in 906 Burnished Blush. They are beautiful, pigmented, hydrating. They're great. I love them. They don't have as many shades of these, and I would like to see them get more of these, but they are great. Last but not least, on the lip train. Oh, this is Maybelline. Dang it. This is the Maybelline Vivid Hot Lacquer. It is the color Sensational Lip. And mine is in 62 Charmer. Beautiful. It's beautiful. It's got a nice, thick little doe foot there. It's got that perfect little point. Color's great. It's got a nice, it doesn't completely dry down, but it's a beautiful, more of a gloss. Mixed with like almost a liquid lipstick, so I like it. Okay, my last two items are both by L'Oreal. I have the L'Oreal Infallible Longwear Eye Pencil. I like this in a bunch of different colors. Right here I have brown. I recently used the white one for my, oh goodness, waterline, thank you. And it's just as great, and I will continue to use these. I also like the Maybelline Skinny liners too, so think about that. For eyeliner, for mascara, I do like the Wet n Wild, oh my goodness, their Skinny mascara. Great. Love it. It's great. It got me more comfortable with putting mascara on my lower lash line. As many of you know, that's a newer thing for me. But yeah, anyway, this one here is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise in waterproof black. It's black. Wearing it right now. It's beautiful. It is great. It's so much like the Too Faced, better than Sex mascara. Yeah, and I like this. I like it. It's waterproof. It's great. Tis great. So, but yeah, those are some of my more favorite drugstore products, and we forgot one. Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Like, it's got that beautiful fine mister right there. Oh, it smells good. It's nice and such a fine mist, and I feel like the bottle goes on forever. Like, I thought this one was empty like 5 times. I've included it in an empties video. I've used it like 20 times since, it feels like. So, I don't know. Let's do it again. But yeah, let's end the video with that. And as always, I hope you are having a great day, and that I'll see you on my next video. Please don't forget to give me some comments. Hit that like button. Subscribe to see more of this goofy face. Ring that bell. And I'll see you on my next video. Love you all. Bye. I don't know why I said that in that voice.